You're this perp back with another video and just giving you my quick thoughts on the brand new horror movie that just dropped on Netflix called Sister Death. I was just really intrigued by watching this trailer, but little fact that maybe a lot of people didn't know about this movie is it's a prequel to that 2017 movie Veronica. You remember Veronica and all the buzz around that movie, that being touted as the scariest movie on Netflix at the time? Yeah, that was like 6 years ago, which kind of blew my mind. And I feel like it's gonna kind of hurt this film because I don't think a lot of people remember Veronica. And going into this, I don't think they will kind of put those two and two together unless if you've been keeping up with the news with this film. But anyways, this is pretty much the story of the blind nun, Sister Narcissa, and how she became blind, and it's pretty much the backstory on her character going into Veronica. But I will say, after watching this, I definitely want to go revisit that movie to see if it still holds up. Anyways, like I said, this is all about her going to this new church to become a teacher, and she's very hesitant at first. You know, she's very nervous. She doesn't want to mess up. She's quite a bit of a celebrity because of her past, and they explain that in the beginning of the movie. And then things start to get really odd in the room that she's staying in, where there's chairs like falling down. Just really like subtle supernatural stuff, which if that would have happened to me, I'd be out first thing in the morning. Hell, not even first thing in the morning. I would have been out immediately. You know what I'm saying? And we're just kind of following her journey, and we learn a lot more about this church and its histories and its sins that are committed by these different like nuns and whatnot. And the nuns are kind of assholes in this movie. They really don't give a shit at first about these little kids. And once you figure out what these nuns actually have done, that's where the movie really kicks up in third gear with that third act, because it's a very much a slow burn of a film compared to Veronica. It's not as intense with the scares. It's more subtle. It's more atmospheric. Like, it lingers, and there's just subtle things that happen here and there, and it's just a build up to the climax, which that last 25 minutes of this movie goes fucking nuts. And I really appreciate the cinematography and just the way that this movie was presented in like this 4:3 aspect ratio to kind of keep everything in focus in the center, you know what I'm saying, so you don't kind of wander off. And there's some really fucking dope ass scenes. Like, probably my favorite scene is where you have a character looking up to the sun and things go from there, and it just is a interesting kind of movie. It's not going to be everybody's cup of tea. Don't go into this expecting to be scared like every 5 seconds. Like, there are some cheap jump scares, but like I said, it's more creepy atmosphere, things going kind of bump in the night, but there's a whole mystery behind this story that they're trying to tell. And I'm curious to see how it does kind of lead into Veronica because of the time gap. And yeah, they've waited, I think, a little bit too long to put out this movie. If this would have came out in like 2019, 2020, I think there would be more eyes on it. I do appreciate the practical effects, though, in both movies. I would say these two movies, from what I can remember from Veronica, like, I still want to go revisit that, are much better than those nun movies. Even though I still like Valak, he's a dope villain. I just like that this is a very different type of movie. It's very creepy. Like, the aesthetic of the church is very old and worn out, so it kind of gives you that haunted type of feel. I would definitely recommend checking this out, though, and then go watch Veronica if you haven't seen it, because I definitely want to go check it out myself. But let me know how you guys feel about it if you get around to watching it. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.